I'm learning a valuable lesson about why it's important to actually charge for information and not give it away for free. For so long, I was of the mindset that selling is bad, it's manipulative, and it was just something that I wasn't interested in. But what I'm beginning to see is that if you don't charge for information, people flat out don't respect it and they don't value it. They look at it as, okay, it's information, and they move on. Because we live in a society where we're bombarded with information every 5 minutes, every 10 minutes. So if there isn't some type of incentive to force a person to act on that information, they just look at it, view it, and move on to the next thing. But if you come out of your pocket and you spend $1,000 or $2,000 or $3,000 on that information, because there's some type of pain associated with it, you're going to go out and do everything that the information is telling you to do because you want to recoup that investment or feel that you got value out of that $1,000 invested. Now, what exactly am I talking about? I made a video about building business credit and starting a business about 4 months ago. I've recently taken that video down and uploaded it on my business channel. If you haven't seen that video, a link will be in the description, as well as you should see an infographic popping up right now that will take you to that video. And so many of you reached out to me and said, wow, this information is powerful. This is some life-changing information. And many of you hit me up on Instagram. You email me every day asking me questions. But many of you are doing nothing with the information. Why is that? Because you didn't pay for it. See, if you paid for it, you would take what I said and actually went and did something with it. There are individuals on YouTube who are charging $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 for that type of information. But many of you, you have this information and you're not doing anything with it. And you've received this information for free. But there was one woman who, she emailed me and she told me, in the next 30 to 60 days, I'm about to get an inheritance. So because I get these type of emails every day, I didn't really pay any attention. She said, once I get this money, I already have an existing business, but it's linked to my personal name. And I want to take it out of my personal name and I want to put it in some type of an entity like an LLC, a C Corp, or an S Corporation, so that I can take the liability off of me and put it in a corporation. When I'm ready, I'll hit you up. Well, 11, 12 days passed by. And guess what? She emailed me. She said, check your PayPal. I go and look at my PayPal. There's $500 sitting in there. She says, now tell me what I need to do to start setting this up. Within a matter of 2 to 3 weeks, she had everything that she needed set up. She took the information I gave her, went and implemented it. Why? Because she paid for it. See, when a person spends money, there's some type of a pain associated with it. They want to get that value because they feel like they've exchanged value with you. Well, fast forward about 5 weeks later, I think it was about 3 or 4 days ago, she just received her first business credit card in the mail. Now, I'm not making this video because I want you to hit me up and I want to charge you $500 because I didn't even ask her for the $500. She just randomly sent that. What I want to get at and what I'm saying to you is that you have to understand, as an entrepreneur, charge your price. Don't be afraid of selling your value and getting your money, what you feel your time is worth, your labor is worth, your intellectual property is worth, your experience is worth. Now, I'm not saying be a snake oil salesman where you're promising a person the world, but the product can't deliver. No, I'm saying that if you have expertise in a particular field, if you have a skill set, don't be afraid to charge your price. And charge a fair price that you're going to be able to make money. There's nothing wrong with that because, as I said earlier, we live in a society now where people just consume information, but they don't do anything with it. And I'm learning something new in me. We all have room for growth. And I'm not this know-it-all type of, I'm not this know-it-all. So when I see that I'm doing something wrong, I'm reflective enough where I can look at myself and say, you're wrong about that. You should be charging for information and not giving it away for free. We live in the information age, but because information is so readily available, people don't do anything with it. But as I said earlier, if you charge for that information, they will. So going forward, I guess this is something that I need to work on in myself as to why do I think that selling is such a bad thing? And you as an entrepreneur, you have to be that way as well with yourself, where you have to always be looking for growth and looking to be better and looking to say to yourself, what can I do better? What am I missing? And that's just something that I need to work on, as far as why do I think it's so bad to sell and make money off of information? I don't really have an answer for that, but it was just an observation I wanted to share with you. If you're someone that's going through that, if you're an up-and-coming entrepreneur, and I really think that I should do a live stream on this, as far as the mindset of a person who consumes free content and does nothing with it, versus why is it that if a person spends $1,000 on information, they want to act on it. So I'm probably going to do a live stream on this.